Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? Salute everybody, man. Thank you all for coming in here, man. Thank you all for coming in, man. My brother Drew's not on tonight. He's taking the night off, so I says, man, let me sneak in here, see if I can get a few words in with my good friends out there, man. I certainly do appreciate you all coming in here, man. I'm starting off with like we should with the TOKER 2. Oh yeah, that's the purplest of haze. And you know, I gotta do it. Gotta do a couple of those. Gotta do a couple of those to get the old brain cells lubed up here, man, for tonight. We're gonna do a little talking about the boxing that they shoved down our throats. What do I do with that lighter, man? I always do that. I drop it. I can't find it. Here it is, man. Here it is. Here's my second one here. Second of the show. That's a little Miles in the background there. Little Miles Davis. Live in Frankfurt, Germany, 1982. I know that's Dave Liebman on the sax there, on the alto. Soprano sax, I'm sorry. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. Anyway, man. So's this some awesome stuff. Let me do one more here. Of course, shout out the family for stopping in here, man. Like I said, I got the purple haze. Nice little pine tree here. Nice little tip of the iceberg, as we like to call it, man. We're enjoying that over here on the TOKER 2, the original TOKER 2, man. TOKER 2. Well, let me shout out everybody here. It's in here tonight. My brother JC, my man. Always, my good brother JC. Salute to you, man. Iceman, my bro. Iceman. Always showing love and support. I don't know when he sleeps. He's there any time of the day or night. Iceman, I see him everywhere. Remy, my good brother, man. Thank you, bro. Thanks for stopping in here, man. Mr. Pads. Always Mr. Pads. Thank you, brother. Q to God. Peace, my man. Bolts UK, brother. Salute. Slide Encounter. Mark Stearns, my brother. Thank you so much for coming in, man. An honor to have you here. Focus Ball, my bro. Focus Ball. What are you smoking tonight, bro? Thomas Jones. Pleasure to have you, my brother. Quee. Pleasure to see you here, sister. Always a pleasure to see you here. I'm over here hitting on some good purple haze out of the TOKER 2. And I want to talk a little bit about those fights that they gave us last night. All day yesterday, man. You know, to me that was a good day, bro. A Saturday of boxing. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even realize those fights from Russia were on yesterday. I thought they were on Friday. But oh man, seeing that. Brandon Blanco, thank you for coming in. Mr. Shelton, my brother, peace. Paul Evans, man, thanks for coming in here. But oh man, Jaco Pastorius on that bass, and Mike Stern on the lead guitar here, man. Mike Stern, I can tell you a story about him. I knew him in Boston. He was studying at Berkeley Conservatory, Berkeley College Conservatory, whatever they want to call it, man. But I mean, this cat, he didn't go to classes. He stayed in his bed all day playing guitar, and he said, you know, I'm going on tour with Miles Davis as soon as I graduate. And people are like, okay. Well, you know, the guys who were there knew, but I was like a passing through. I didn't attend Berkeley. I knew some cats that went there, and I dug my jazz and, you know, birds of a feather, as they say. Con Shawnery, man, thanks for coming in. Punch Smollett. I hate to miss anybody because, man, you know, I feel so good when you cats come and listen to me on a Sunday night, man. There's a million things you could be doing. and you're here, man. So I appreciate that. As many people file in here. Pigeon Mike Tyson, bro. Salute, man. No marijuana today. Are you shitting me? No marijuana today. It'd be like no fucking air today. No sunshine today. No fucking nothing, bro. I gotta have my weed. Bro. That's the only mind-altering substance that goes into Bruce Groves' body, mind, and soul, bro. So a fake pigeon, blast them then. Unless I wrenched them up. The pigeon, you're a character, bro. You're a fucking internet legend. I know we can't get rid of you because you got about 100 accounts. You come back as Uncle Phil. You come back as Felicia. Christ almighty, man. It amazes me how you can do that. I have enough trouble. I lose my password. I have to call my G up and go into my computer and everything. I have one account and that's it, man. And that's who I am. But regardless of thereof, what did you guys think of the fights on fucking Saturday, man? The first fight that I didn't watch every fight because, man, there was, oh, God, there had to be 25, 30 fights on Saturday. But anyway, man, the first one I saw was in Russia when I went to see the Linares fight. And I had to write the name down because I forget the names. Abdulov, man. Abdulov and Linares. Jorge Linares going to Russia, man. That was just kind of a weird setup. And he's been abused and abused. He's been used and abused. And Yuri boy Jock, salute, bro. But anyway, he went to Russia. He looked pretty good at the beginning of the fight. Abdulov didn't look comfortable. He's in his country. I mean, I'm sure the political climate is like crazy over there right now. On the verge of invading Ukraine, man. It's nuts over there. But anyway, I can only imagine how Linares must have felt. He must have been the speck of rice in the black bean stew. You know what I'm saying, bro? But man, he looked pretty good for the first half of the fight. Abdulov, he didn't get comfortable till around the fifth round, and then he just showed his superior strength. Salute to Unrivaled Boxing, bro. Thank you so much for coming in. Shane with Ice, BK, bro. Salute, man. Salute this. But I watched that fight. In fact, I was watching that fight I was over on H Money's channel, crazy bastard. I was watching over there with him, man, and a bunch of other people. Anyway, man, it was Abdullah shown from the fifth round on, and he took over the fight, and he stopped fucking Linares in the last round. So it was it was interesting, man. It kind of set the tone for some boxing, and boxing is what we love around here, and bro, I was a little psyched for that, and then we had a little break. Of course we have little breaks like we're gonna have right now, a little TOKER 2 break. But what was going on, man? I talked to my buddy Alex, and he told me they were doing the elimination chamber match from Saudi Arabia, and he wasn't gonna go, and blah 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 blah. But anyway, so damn, I was like, and it was right in between the fights. Salute Hyphy, salute my brother Mo Boxing. Excuse me. And I gotta give Alex credit, bro. He called that elimination chamber. He told me Brock Lesnar was gonna beat Bobby Lashley. He was right, because I was watching somebody's chat, and I was watching the elimination chamber on my small screen. I say it's my small screen. 30 years ago, that would have been my big screen. We had the 16-inch black and white. But anyway, bro. That was a nice little break, because it kind of kept the ball rolling. And then then we went to where did we go, Mark? To Birmingham. Carlos Mendoza, salute to you, bro. BK C's, hey, thanks for stopping in, everyone, man. Appreciate it. We went to England, and we saw the Brooks and the Amir Khan card, the Brooks and the Amir Khan show. I mean, it was I did see 3 fights on that card. I saw the Frazier Clark, the heavyweight. It was his debut. Fought a guy named Jake Darnell. The guy looked like he I've seen bounces at the corner strip joint that slap him around. But anyway, man, Jake Darnell, he went in there. Frazier Clark. What can you say, man? An Olympian looked good. His first fight, man. He just made his debut. got his feet wet into the pro ranks, and we'll see where he goes now. You know, he impressed me. Paul Evans, man, all over Britain. You know that, bro. I mean, hey, one thing about Brit, bro, man, they stay behind their fighters, man. They're keeping boxing alive in some sense over here because you know they're riding with their men, bro. And you know next week you know we're gonna have the Tyson and Dillian White ill-fated title fight that I don't think anybody really cares about. But you know, you guys are going to make a stew out of that. You're going to make a, you know, it's been marinating for years, I guess. Dillian White, man, he's been turning down, demanding 600 days. I don't know what's going on with him, but he gets a title fight. He gets a title fight, bro. And yeah, the Brits, they love their boxing, and we love our boxing over here. Everybody, that's one thing we have. We have that one love, and that's what brings us together. You know, boxing is trying to tear us apart. Boxing's setting all these fucking roadblocks and these landmines. And we as fans, man, you know, we got that one love. We love boxing, and we get together. We come over here. We can talk about the experiences we had. Like it's like Saturday, man. Saturday was a great day for me, man. I thank God I was alive on Saturday, man. I woke up feeling good. My wife was in a good mood, man. You know, we got high. I can't remember what we did before the fights, you know, but it was a good day, man. A lot of people were online. I was listening to a lot of action. And, man, you know, looking forward to streaming those fight stuff. The thing I like to do, you know, fuck the man. Teach him a lesson to charge people to watch boxing. Even watching boxing today, they cost you money, man. Back in the day, man, you got like I was saying, a 16-inch black and white. Put the rabbit ears up, and you got Saturday's entertainment on ABC, CBS, or NBC, man. We had Wide World of Sports. But anyway, man, now, I mean, my internet bill so I can stream the fights and talk to you guys. It's like $120 a month with the cable, which I never use anymore because now I get up and in fact my remote control doesn't work. I went. Now this is a weird story, bro. I get this cable company in Rhode Island. It's called Full Channel. And you know we have Cox around here. Cox is a big one nationwide, but Full Channel, they opened up in originally the tri-town area, whatever you want to call it. But I've had them now for the past let's see, since 1984, however many years that is. But they still supply. They give me a nice, powerful internet service. I don't really want to change and drill any more holes in the building, whatever it may be. But anyway, man. You know, I went down there the other day. I don't go out too much, but I went out the other day. I had to go. I had to do a bunch of shit. But anyway, man, I said I'm in Warren. I'm gonna stop at Full Channel. I'm gonna exchange this remote control. Get one that works, man, because I can't control the volume. I have to have my freaking stereo on right now. I got the freaking show in surround sound. That's why I was digging on Bob Dylan for a while. But anyway, man, I go there. And the place is it's not abandoned, but it was just closed. It had a sign on the door until the pandemic. Well, the pandemic, man, it's already drop your mask time around here. But there was a sign, call this number. You know, nobody I could talk to or say, I want to exchange this. I'm not going to call a number. You know, I'm standing out here in your lobby, but there was nobody in there. The trucks in the parking lot still had snow on them. And so I'm like, Jesus, this is kind of creepy, man. And yet last night I'm watching. I have cable in my bedroom, so before I go to bed, I usually watch CNN or something that puts me to sleep. And but they're advertising Full Channel. Come now, upgrade your internet. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, man, it was kind of creepy. You know, you go to a place and you expect life, and there's nobody there. It's like bum. It's an empty. And it used to be a Jehovah's Witness church. That's what they moved it into. The Jehovah's built a new church, and the cable company moved in there back in the early 80s. And anyway, I hope it's not a thing of the past, or maybe it will be, and I won't get a bill anymore. I'll just keep getting internet service. That would be cool. Imagine how cool that would be. W Ringside, my brother, man. Salute, man. You know, I don't want to miss anybody here, man. These eyes are failing. I have to wear glasses now, man. I get cataracts, all kind of fucking shit. Droopy eye, whatever the fuck happens when you get old. But I don't want to miss anybody out there, so forgive me if I do, bro. But I appreciate everyone you stopping in here, man. And the fights. Yeah. We saw Frazier Clark. He demolished Jake Durrell first round, and then Natasha Jones. And then there was a long wait. Conor Loco, my brother, man. Salute to you, bro. Peace. And there was a long wait, man. And then we saw the Natasha Jones and Chris Namath fight. I think that was her name. You know, and Chris Namath, she was 35, And I'm watching OG, and he's like, "Oh man, she's 35 years old," and she looked it too. She looked like a fucking soccer mom with dreads and tattoos. But anyway, man, she's out there, and I think it was the 154 WBO women's title. I'm probably vacant, I think. And then Natasha Jones came out there, and Natasha Jones was 37, bro. She was even older. But another slaughter. Another fight that they're shoving down our throats over here, man. It was a first round knockout. It was kind of sad, brutal, quick. But anyway, man, Natasha Jones, she won her belt. She looked good. She looked very impressive. We'll see what happens down the road. 154 pounds for a woman. That's a big girl. Silver Surfer, man. Thank you for coming in. Vince Williams, man. Salute to you, brother. And then we waited for the main event, and waited we did, man. It was a long time, and there's a huge arena in Britain. What do they have? 20,000 people in there, man. Everybody had their cell phones lit up. Felix Nunes, man. Felix Nunes. See, around here, the Nunes. It's Portuguese. Over here, it's a Nunes with a Z on there. A little different, bro. Sorry, I'm fucking up with your name, bro. But thanks for coming in, Felix, man. Sliding counter, bro. Always a pleasure, my man. Always a pleasure. Pleasure for all of you in here, bro. But anyway, bro, the main event, finally it came on. And this is the grudge fight. And man, this everybody's heard this before. This fight is 10 years too late. And, nobody in America cares about this fight and blah, 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 blah. I was interested in it because of the grudge and just because of two names fighting. YTBC Goon, yo, babe, salute, babe. Thanks for coming in, man. I was interested, and I'm interested in seeing two bums fight in the fucking alleyway, bro. I like combat sports, especially if the bums know how to box, bro. Then, Nunez. Okay, brother. I won't forget that one. Thank you, man. Nunez. Okay, bro. Where was I, man? I was talking about Amir Khan. The Amir Khan fight, bro. The break that we had before it. And then, the grudge there. And they both looked really ripped. But, man, Father Time waits for no one. Inactivity. Amir Khan, China Chin. We kind of knew it was going to happen, bro. I mean, we knew. How could it be in his prime, he get knocked out if the wind was blowing the wrong way? So, what did we expect to see tonight? And Kell Brooks, tough guy, always failed when he went against the big ones. Always when he as a welterweight, he was really, really good, and he had the nerve to step up against Triple G. And hey man, people complain about 2 pounds on the scale the way it is now. He went up from 147 to 160 pounds. That's 13 pounds, man. That's in muscle. Go to the butcher and ask him to cut you a 13-pound steak. And you better be in good shape to carry that thing, because 13 pounds of muscle is a big slab, man. It's huge. But shout out to Kell Brook in the day. Today he came back for a payday, man. Maybe. Well, what else do boxers do? That's how they make their money. Amir Khan, he's got it in there, and this fight became a grudge match. They had words to say. Derek Clark, my brother, salute, bro, salute, man. And we were hoping to see a decent fight. We were hoping to see, like my bro Derek says, we were hoping to see a competitive fight. But unfortunately, every time Amir Khan got hit, he just started to. He was rattling, man. His knees were knocking. He was shaking. It was inevitable what was going to happen, and he got hurt. Zionist Nation, salute my brother, salute Daniel. Thank you for coming in, family. Thank you. But it was a matter of time, and the referee stopped it. I'm like, he's gonna stop it, but nobody really even cared. It was one of those fights where where's the winner gonna go, where's the loser gonna go, man. It was anticlimactic. It was it wasn't the train wreck I was hoping to see. The referee, he had some mercy on Amir Khan. He stepped in there, and the fight was over. They both hugged at the end, man. That's the way I like to see a fight end. This is boxing, man. Shit, man. I like to see the Klitschko brothers go at it and hug each other. I can see the Charlo brothers. It's not going to happen, but I'm sure it's happened behind closed doors, bro. Man, some of the greatest fights in boxing were friends. I go back to one of the fights I remember, man. It was Maurice Blocker and Simon Brown, and it was on a Don King card. I think it was on either a Tyson or a Chavez. Maybe they were both on the card. Don King he'd load him up on a Friday night, but this card, man, it was Maurice Blocker and Simon Brown, and they were roommates, and they had an argument, and they had the most savage fight in the ring, man. If anybody, salute to Picasso, man. If anybody hasn't seen that fight, bro, just check it out, man. It is so brutal, and I think Simon Brown knocked out Blocker. I'm pretty sure, bro. But they were like rated 6th and 7th in welterweights at the time. They were friends. They had a rivalry. They settled it in the ring, and they hugged afterwards. It was an awesome, awesome fight, man. Salute, Mr. I already saluted you, Mr. Sheldon. Picasso, you got it, bro. Picasso's in here, man. I love when people, everybody, man, anybody's welcome in here, man. Because wherever I go, I get respect, and I appreciate that. I mean, I can go to any side I go on, man, and nobody ever says, "Fuck Bruce Goes, get the fuck out of here. You're the ops. Go somewhere else, man." I'm Bruce Goes, and I appreciate being treated the way I am, man, and I treat people just the way they treat me, man. So salute they out there, bro. Keep it respectful, keep it boxing, keep it whatever you want to keep it. But thanks for coming in, man, and hey, where was I going with this, man? We're talking, yeah, Brooks and Amir Khan, bro. That was the ending. It was the end. I hope for the both of them, man, because everybody's saying, where's Khan going to go from here? We know he's going to go to retirement. Where's Kell Brooks going to go from here, man? I don't really care, bro. The welterweight division is cracking right now. We don't need Kell Brooks in there, man. Kell Brooks he would just be do we really even want to see any of the talent tied up for 6 months with a Kell Brooks fight? I don't, man. People say Keith Thurman. Yeah, okay, fine. Let him go fight Keith Thurman somewhere. You can fucking put him against anybody, but don't talk about him in the elite, man. The fight everybody wants to see, of course. And I don't want to mention it because I had somebody talking about it today. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen before August. Man, make it happen. Make it fucking happen. How long have you been waiting for it, man? Errol Spence, fucking Bud Crawford. We've been talking about that fight since I've been coming on YouTube, and that's been over 3 years now, man. And it's all I've been hearing it, and now it's fresh and united. And as soon as Ugas and Spencer's over, but Ugas is no walk through the park, bro. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in that fight? This fight should have been signed, sealed, delivered, rematched if it had to be. This is the problem with boxing, man. People don't act. It's too much business going on, man. Too many chefs are spoiling the stew. There's too many people with their hands in the cookie jar make these fights. Even back in the day, Don King could make a fight with Bob Arum, for the good of boxing. Now, what's his name, man, from PBC? I can't even think of his name right now, and I must have said it 10 times today with the nose. Leonard Ellaby. They don't want their fighters fighting other fighters in other fighters' backyards. So right there, it just tells us that some of these fights that we want to see aren't going to happen because of sources outside of the two boxes. If it was the boxers who wanted to, I'm sure these fights will be made because there's no cowards in the ring, bro. I mean, you can say what you want. You can have your favorite boxers. You can say other ones are this and that. But, bro, they're not cowards. You strap those gloves on. You train hard, man. You dedicate. You do your work. It's a special animal. I'm not one of those special animals, bro. It takes a serious individual to become a boxer, and there's no bums, bro. They're not bums. Rolling with the punches, man. Salute, bro. Thanks for coming in, man. But anyway, man, I certainly hope the fight comes to pass, man. It's going to be a shame for boxing if it doesn't. And I've been watching fights since before most of you were born out there, man. And that I've seen more fights happen than not happen. That's the way it's always been in boxing. When a fight's in demand, yeah, some fights don't get made, but the fights we really, really want to see somehow they have a way of getting made. Like the famous the Thomas Hearns and the Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard, man. You know, we didn't think we'd see those fights, and all of a sudden, bango, they're made. You know, even Ali and George Foreman. That was like, why don't they do this anymore? Don't they realize they not only make the fighters rich and the fans fucking richer for it, but they make legacy. We're still talking about those fights. You think anybody's gonna talk about Khan and Brooks and fucking in 2 weeks? Never mind fucking 20 years. You know, I mean, we're still talking about the freaking Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, man. We're still talking about we're talking about fucking De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad, bro. I mean, these are fights that the fans want to see, and the promoters make, because that's what boxing is all about. It's all about the best fighting the best. And somewhere along the lines, they forgot all about that, man. You know, we talk about more non-fighting issues than we're talking about the fights that are being made. And it's a sad thing, bro. And sometimes I don't even know why I'm still fucking hanging around, man. You know, I have better things to do, man. I'm listening to Miles in the background. You know, sometimes I like to fucking just play a day watching some Miles, watching from the fucking 50s and through the 60s and the 70s, bro. I mean, to me, that's a fine day, you know. And watch him till he passed away, playing this stuff right here, man. Playing in 1982, and man, that's what I dug, bro. Yeah, the first fight I caught was Cain and Abel, bro. Sorry, man, my wife just pointed it out to me. Like I said, I'm paying more attention to. I should pay more attention to that, because I don't want to miss anything, and I should highlight them and everything else. But anyway, after that Kell Brooks show, there was a little bit of a break. I think I went on Mad Chad's show. We were bullshitting on there. A few cats, man. You know, it's Saturday night, man. You know, Saturday night. This is what I do. It's kind of what I do every night. But Saturday is something special, because everybody's got a little extra buzz going. Most of us, anyway, from my generation. And I kind of hang out more. Maybe if you're not as old as me, but you're kind of like been to my generation. You know, through the magic of social media, and you kind of dig what's going on there, and you kind of like the music, and you kind of like the boxing and the weed and the fucking, hey, man, I appreciate you, and that's what we're doing right now, man. Rolling with the punches, my brother. Thank you for hanging in, man. You rolling one up right now, Roland. What are you smoking? Give me a second here, bro. The fight that I stayed up for, now it's coming back to me. It's only 24 hours ago. Yoda Wise, Crush. Thank you for coming in, sister. Ivan, salute to you, man. Salute to you. Yoda, I'm sorry. I said sister. I think you're a sister. I'm not sure, man. Forgive me for my ignorance if I'm wrong. Forgive me for my assumptions. Oh, Ivan's a troll, man. Somebody blast that character. Oh, what do I even have to say, man? You guys are always so fast to the draw. And I'm not looking at YouTube, but otherwise I wrench up my regulars, man. I just out of habit. I always like getting them. I like throwing them out, man. It's a press of the button. It's just kind of my appreciation for being here, and Crush. What the fuck, man? Yeah, man. There's some girl out there called Yoda something or other, man. And Crush, you changed your fucking name to Yoda Wise Crush. Okay, bro. Sorry about that, man. I thought you was a girl. My bad, bro. I've seen guys do that, and it's so funny. I see it in chats. There was somebody out there. Oh shit, man. I can't even think of the name, but it sounded like a female name. Excuse me. It sounded like a female name, and it was a guy, but my buddy DJ, he gave a rose. He goes, salute, madame, something, some corny pickup fucking line on the internet that we all give out. And they go, oh, I'm a dude. I said to D-Ray, I said, D-Ray, don't you hate when that happens? He said, yeah, I know what that feels like, bro. I've done it myself. I just did it to Crush the Legend, for Christ's sakes, man. Fucking Crush the Legend, my brother. He's been up here on the panel with me, and I fucking call him a woman out there, man. I know you want to fucking whack me for that one, Crush. And I should know, because I think I've seen you as Yoda Wise. You just did it in the past day or so. But, bro, Mr. Sheldon, you don't have a wrench, bro? Oh, let me go into YouTube, Mr. Sheldon, because, absolutely, bro. Let me see if I can find my YouTube down here. Nope, that's Stevie Wonder. There's my YouTube. Let me take my glasses off. Now I got to see the spot over here. Yeah, you know, Mr. Shelton, I'll take care of that, bro. And Yoda Wise Crush will take care of you too, bro. Nobody fucks with Mr. Shelton over here. And nobody fucks with Yoda Wise Crush. And everybody else, they got one out there, man. If you don't, let me know, and I'll take care of you, bro, because that's what I do over here, man. This is a family of fucking boxing, bro, you know? One love over here, man. Stevie Wonder, you got that, bro. You got that, man. I was digging some. Well, I guess you might have come in. If you didn't come in, that's why I play Miles in the background. They always give me a copyright strike, and I'll just take it off the air when I leave. So I mean, you can do anything, say anything. I don't give a fuck. But I just felt like listening to that Stevie Wonder, and I don't really want to listen to it. I want to share it, bro. And him doing "Blowing in the Wind," man, that is such a fucking awesome song. Only Wise I remember. I missed that, Mr. Pads. Only Wise I remember. Angie Wise. Yeah, Angie Wise, fool. Angie Wise is very, very cool. Very, very cool woman. Basement Boxing, my brother. Salute, man. You got a wrench, Basement, don't you, bro? All right, I'm gonna have to take my fucking glasses. See, I gotta go to Yoda Crush. I gotta give you one, my bro. No, you got one. Hey, I'm getting all fucked up over here. But anyway, man, you know what you're causing me to do? You're causing me to take another toke on the TOKER 2, Mr. Shelton, my brother. A little water first. Con Shawnee, you know, I went to your site the other day. Was it today or yesterday or something? I subbed, and I saw the jazz on there, and I saw some of the names, and those are all the cats that I listen to, bro. You know it, man. You know it. Pull another butt out here, man. Show you this little another little nude. We're gonna stick in the TOKER 2, man. See if the autofocus gets in there on the red hairs in there. Yeah, not even shaking, bro. Calm as a church and a whore and a fucking Monday. Oh, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but how this is gonna go is I'm gonna pull a little tip off this bud, a big tip actually, the majority of it. And the smell of this is outrageous. My wife made some shrimp tortellini tonight, and it stunk the whole house up in a good way, bro. But this fucking weed is stinking it up in a really good way, man. The kind of way where, and you know, I always have to. I'm surprised I didn't do this at the beginning of my show, man. I usually take care of this. This is what I wear this around my neck, man. This is my fucking medical marijuana patient ID card here, man. Because everything I do is 100% within the law. I do not break laws. I'm a proud card-carrying medical marijuana patient in the state of Rhode Island. I'm an advocate for it too, bro. I have serious arthritis, man, and I got this arthritis now. I don't know what the fuck's happening to me, man. Last night my neck was sore as a fuck. I mean, I couldn't go like this, and it's better today. I had to pull out this. I got a heating pad over here. I'm not bullshitting you. I get this freaking heating pad. I had to plug this in and put this on my neck for some fucking relief. See the cord hanging off it. I got a pillowcase on top of it. But anyway, man, you know, I thought something was seriously wrong with me. I even put some lidocaine on there. That's a pain relieving ointment. Salute LeVar Cooper, my brother. It's like a Novocaine or something. But anyway, man, it works real good for a while until you get immune to it. Then it's like you might as well put Vicks Vapor Rub on there. LeVar, my brother. But anyway, man, I'm going on to the last fight. Then I'm going to drop a link if anybody want to stop in there and, you know, talk to anybody, or talk to me, talk to each other. You know, just fucking tell me what you think of this show and what you think of what's going on over here in this fucking crazy boxing community. And like Saturday, what they fed down our throats, man. the fights that they could have had, this great sport, the beauty of it, man, the fights that can be presented, the fights that I used to actually go to. If I couldn't get them on television, if they weren't on Wide World of Sports, we'd have to go to the Providence Civic Center on a closed circuit theater event, or to the Strand Theater. There are several of them throughout Providence, and boxing is that big today. What are they saying? They sold 40,000 pay-per-views for for Mario Barrios. Is that his name? I can't. The first name rhymes with the last name, but for that fight, and Keith Thurman, man, they would sell more than that in the state of Rhode Island back in the day on a closed circuit fight. Never mind the country. And that's because that's what a pay-per-view was, pay-per-view worthy. It's not what it is now. These people have, they put together a card with two names that, maybe the boxing's purists will. I've heard of those guys. Bango, that's a pay-per-view. That's a what? And it's how much? $79.95. You know what you can buy for $79.95? You can buy a half ounce of what you're putting in this TOKER 2 over here, bro. Picasso, you be careful driving out there, bro. My prayers are with you, bro. You keep your eyes on the road, keep your ears on over here, man. And shout out to you, and everybody feels the same way, bro. You don't have to say it back, man. Salute, brother. All right, man. The fight last night, the fight that I waited till 11:30, I believe it came on, or it came on at 11 o'clock. It was way over by 11:30. Because I was even going to go on. I was going to listen to Stomach B-Man chop up the fights of the day, but man, it's kind of like chopping up some mashed potatoes, It just doesn't work. So we saw the fucking we saw Jaime Munguia, and I've only seen him twice before, and very impressive. But I looked at the opponent, man, and what was the dude's name? Fucking Dimitri Ballard, bro. I had never heard of him. I saw he was undefeated. He had a draw and a no contest. So hey, man, of course I'm going to stay up and watch it. And around here, man, I don't care what time I go to bed. I can stay up till 3 o'clock. Sometimes I do. 7 o'clock comes, and it's rise and shine over here, whether you want to or not. It's the way it is, man. My wife she's probably in bed already, man. I know she took a couple of buds, and she took one of the other bombs that I have on here. She didn't take the TOKER 2. And she usually comes out here and does hits with me, while I'm doing the show. But she went in her room tonight, took her iPhone in there. She's probably watching. Who knows, man? Maybe she'll give me a thumbs up. But she took a couple of buds with her, so I know she's not going to come up and bug me for weed, which I don't mind her doing, man. You know what? Dude, I took up the living room over here, man. I'm on the living room couch. She hung my stuff up behind me. I got a microphone here. I got the camera. It's kind of fucked up. If people come in here, they'll say, what is this guy, a fucking CIA or something, man? It looks real weird, but it's kind of what I do right now. It's my way of my way of living, and I'm digging it, bro. I'm learning as I'm going along. I'm gonna get better lighting. I got a lamp over here. I got a lamp over there, and it's real Mickey Mouse. Everybody wants to improve the show. I mean, that's up to me, bro. I got to buy some better lighting. I got to buy whatever it may be, bro. They ain't no super chats here for a while, bro. For maybe forever. But anyway, bro. Any imperfections in my technical skills, man. I appreciate your diligence, bro. Getting back to the fight, the weigh-in Saturday night, or the weigh-in on Friday with Munguia, he comes in there, and it looked sad. I mean, I've seen people die from trying to get down and make weight, man. I have seen people die, taking things like Lasix, taking diuretics to extract all the water from their body so they can hydrate the next day to get back on stage or get back into their competition. But man, I saw him come in there, and they're fanning him with a towel. And he's in Tijuana, Mexico, bro. I don't know what the temperature is there. It's freezing up here today. It's getting warmer. Tomorrow's supposed to be. It's crazy. Yesterday was 0. It's supposed to be 50 tomorrow. So who the fuck knows, bro? But yeah, man, he looked bad at the weigh-in. I salute El Dog, bro. Salute to you, man. I said if this is a work, this is WWE stuff, because he looked drained, and even when he had his the worst thing is the opiates, bro. You know that, man. What brings that up, El Dog? Because I fucking had battles with the opiates for years, man. That was probably the hardest thing that I ever kicked in my life, man. As far as the bad drugs are concerned, as far as something that was I thought I was going to be taking painkillers for the rest of my life, man. It was a tough thing to quit, bro. But I'm with the grace of God, I haven't touched an opiate in many 24 hours, as they say in the program, and yeah, I talk about drugs all the time, bro. Drugs were a part of my life. I hope it's a distant past. The only mind-altering substance I use right now is the bud, and I don't even consider that a drug. I've gotten rid of many pharmaceutical demons and street demons, and right now, man, weed is my medication. It's my anti-anxiety, my antidepressant. Me and my wife, we smoke, and I can tell when she doesn't smoke in the morning, she gets irritable sometimes, man. It's not wild, because I laugh about it, and she gives me the eye, and man, I sometimes it's like the eye of death, bro. I mean, and all it takes is a couple of hits on the TOKER 2, we start laughing, and we don't even she doesn't even remember what she was bummed out about, because that's why I'm an advocate for the weed. I just told you a little while ago, I always carry this card around my neck, especially when I'm on the air over here, because I say nothing that's going to incriminate me, because I'm breaking no laws, bro. I'm paying fucking taxes on the weed that I smoke, which is crazy. But regardless thereof, if it allows me to smoke the finest weed, because back in the day, man, there wasn't the weed like we're getting today. You couldn't get it like you'd have to sneak to the guy's house. You'd have to get out of the car, make sure your sunglasses are on. Some people would just drop you off and pick you up, pick me up in 10 minutes, and they'd be driving around the block, come back, you weren't there. They'd drive around again. Because there were harsh penalties when you were involved in the trafficking of marijuana before the medical community stepped in, and some advocates finally they had in Rhode Island they have medical marijuana, and the next state over, which is only 2 minutes in the car, it's fucking Massachusetts boomtown. You can go into any store, buy anything. You can go buy fucking concentrates and dabs and diamonds. Diamonds are something I want to try. Edibles, man, all that good shit, man. Back in the day, just to buy a fucking dime bag of fucking commercial, if you're lucky, you could get good shit, man. But most of the times it was just commercial weed, man. It was dirt weed, man. Fucking especially if you had to go up to the city and get it, if you had to leave town, because at least locally you could look at it. You go to the city, man. You was meeting somebody who told you to go on the corner of Broad and Elmwood, and I'll meet you there at 4:30, and say, what the fuck, take what you get. And bro, it's not like it is today. You can go into these shops and they're not, they don't have any pesticides. They've been checked for that, and the grades are like, they tell you how much THC is in there. We used to get some fucking knockout THC stuff. I'm talking about, what did I just see? The chat went by fast over there, man. I saw something where somebody said 30%, man. You said I can go back there. Let's see here. I'm smoking bud that's 35%. That is fucking incredible. That's like unbelievably high, because most of even the good shit you get right now, if it's 18, 19, 20%, that's top shelf stuff. And I had some 25% not too long ago, and man, that was great stuff right there. But 30%. And what's some of the questions? I gotta start looking at some of these questions here, bro. Looking by the test at 30%. Space cake, yeah, man. I've heard of space cake. I want to try that, man. That's in Amsterdam. People that go there tell me they've tried it. And let's see here. We used to smoke more hash in the 80s. Yeah, oh yeah, hash was, because back then it was profitable to smuggle it in here, man. Right now it's not, because you can get it legally, and in fact they even process hash at the fucking at the distributors, what do you want to call them? The fucking dispensaries. They have places, rooms in the back of the big ones where, if they, they get the plant and they'll make their own hash. I bought some of their local, their made hash, and you almost can't tell the difference between that and like the, the commercial Afghani back in the day. The I told you about that paraquat stuff. That's from the fucking 70s. I don't even want to talk about that because I'll take up the whole show. But paraquat, that's an herbicide that was used during the Jimmy Carter administration to defoliate commercial marijuana fields in Mexico and in Colombia. Mr. Pads, no, I don't get any paraquat, bro. All right, here we go. Here's a question from my brother, Mr. Shelton. Do you like moon rocks, blue dream, great white shark, white rhino, or perp? Mr. Shelton, I like to try them all, and honest to God, man, my fucking mind is so far gone that even the stuff that I got like a week or a month ago, I can't even remember it. Like right now, man, I have 4 strains that I have privy to in my little fucking my humidor right here, bro. I have something called Pops Tops, which is I think it's a well-known strain because these dudes have had it for 2 or 3 different times, and it's always the same every time they have it there. And check that out if you can. The Pops Tops is one of them. The second one's the AK-47, which I love, man. It's nice, a little fucking. They look almost like marbles, You could, if you had a slingshot, you could break glass with the fucking things. But I get the AK-47. I got some sour diesel. And I got the purple haze, which I'm smoking right now. But yeah, bro, I love the different varieties. And the thing, Mr. Shelton, I can have one that's maybe 22% and one that's only 20%, but I'll get tired of that fucking 22% in 24 hours. And I'll go back to smoking some of the other stuff just for the variety. And I like the taste. And you go to some of these fucking connoisseur shops now and they'll tell you, oh, it's got overtures of vanilla and an almond aftertaste. And people look at them like, oh yeah, you're fucking crazy. It smells like burnt socks to me. But bro, I can understand what they're talking about, man. I can understand these these undertones and shit, and I can taste them, bro. John Smith says he's got some C5 power in there, 37%. Paul, dude, that's fucking that's like double of what most of the weed you get around is. Double of the good stuff, man. That's fucking impressive, bro. That's Jaco Pastorius on the bass. Smash stems and seeds. No. The seeds always have to be removed for sure, bro. Sounds unsafe. Sounds safe, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I guess I went ahead of you, bro. Yeah, Mr. Sheldon's definitely an expert, bro. First time I think I talked to Mr. Sheldon, we were talking about weed on Will's show, bro. One of the best fucking panels I ever went on. One of the first ones was me. It was Focus Ball. It was Will. And some other smoker on there. Forgive me if I don't fucking mention you, man. My mind is fried. I'll think of it beforehand. But there were 4 of us, and everybody from the audience was talking about weed, and we were talking about it. See, Focus Ball, Ill Will, me. Anyway, man, there were 4 of us on it. It was a fucking awesome panel. And it was fucking awesome. LT, my brother, another one, man. My fucking LT, my fucking southern friend, my Spanish American bra. Salute, bro. What are you doing over here, man? I'm gonna drop the link in a second. I should have dropped it now. I'm over here bullshitting so much over here. And I know LT's always come on a panel, bro. Tristan, bro. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, man. Is that spam shit, man? Get him out of here, bro. What the fuck is this bullshit? Thank you for the view, Tristan. Goodbye. Unless he's got a wrench. I don't think he does he? Because you know me, I always fucking wrench these cats up and Tristan, you get rid of him, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deja died. What does that mean? Deja died. Deja died. Who knows what that means? It's the same price. So I buy the highest THC. I hear you, bro. You know, I hear you, man. You're right. But although now they're selling some of the shit at the fucking places by the gram. Imagine that, man. That's like unheard of back in the day. A gram. We'd even let if the ounce was a fucking gram or two short, we wouldn't care. You know, when ounces were $40. I mean, but now, shit. 200 plus. 200 to 300. It's crazy now. But anyway, bro. I'm the same way. I always go for the finest that they have. Jocko. Somebody talk about Jocko Pastorius up here, man. I think I saw Jocko. Yeah, right here, man. Jocko died violently and tragically, bro. Yeah, got beat to death. But yeah, bro. I'll tell you a little story about Jocko, man. I saw Jocko in I've seen him three times, 3 or 4 times, with other bands, but I saw him once at a place called Lupo's Heartbreak Hotel in Providence, downtown Providence. I think it was 1978. I'm pretty sure it was 78, man. It was just Jocko and a drummer. He had a local guy playing drums, but he was it was his birthday. He said it was his birthday anyway. If I look, maybe it was. But he was fucking, he was drunk as a motherfucker. No shirt on. He just had his fucking not even jeans or kind of like almost like an operating kind of 100% cotton pants, like OR pants, weird stuff. But the guy was the guy was a special spirit, Jocko. But he gave into the fucking temptations of life. He got all fucked up on drugs and alcohol, and he was, dude. He looked like I was barely 200 pounds. And he bumped into me and I excuse me and I thought he was gonna fall down, man. He was fragile, small, pale, looked terrible, man. Looked really and drunk as a fucking skunk. You could smell the vomit on the guy. That's how bad it was, man. And he'd get on stage, he'd fucking the stuff I saw him play. I saw him play with Weather Report, and I saw him play with fucking Joni Mitchell, and he had Pat Metheny, and he had he had Lyle Mays, and he had Michael Brecker. He was playing with some of the best jazz people, man. It was and he was awesome. He was the Jimi Hendrix of the bass, bro. Jocko was fucking. I mean, he'd have that thing doing so many different chords and so many different leads and so loud. And he'd put the bass down and walk off the stage, and it would still be and he'd come fucking diving from over a fucking amp, and right on the bass, boom, song over. It's like, whoo! I mean, like a bass solo that I've seen some of the greatest bass players in jazz and rock in the world play, bro, and nothing like. I mean, they all sit in the back seat next to Jocko at his best doing a bass solo. And I've seen him do it twice, and unforgettable, man. Unfucking so Google that someday, man. Google it after. Google it now. Jocko doing a fucking bass solo, and man, yeah, he died. He was mouthy. He was he got belligerent. He was like that on stage, telling everybody it was his birthday. He's just gonna play Happy Birthday to you. He played pa 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 pa, and he'd stop and he'd fucking make faces. And he got beat up. He died a violent death. I read it in the newspaper. Just shortly after that, and man, it was like something that I foresaw that happening. Fucking tough shit, man. Amsterdam, they sell marijuana hash sticks, €8. Good shit, Phil. Good shit, man. Andre, salute my brother. Tyrell, bro, salute to you, man. 10% indica is for me. Yeah, I like heavy indica shit, man. Sativas. I like sativa, but when I'm smoking a line, especially, see, it's different when I'm online, bro. When I come online, I can dig a sativa buzz because I'm with people and I'm talking a lot. But when I'm by myself and I smoke just sativa, like I had some green crack not long ago, and that's 100% sativa. I'm sure it is, bro. I've looked it up and I could just tell by smoking it. And some of the old dudes that got it with me, they're like, oh, I don't like this stuff. It gets me fucking weirded. And that's these old, the Cheech and Chong kind of, hey, dude, this is, you can't trick them with anything, man. They go through their fucking bags, and if there's a bud that doesn't belong in there, or some, they're just crazy shit. But anyway, man, these are the guys who, well, I'm getting ahead of myself in the chat over here, bro, and sorry I'm missing it, man. Who am I? Where did I stop at? The 10% indica? Okay, man. Talking to him. Alberto, my brother, salute, man. Alberto, you call that fucking chamber match yesterday? I keep saying Hell in a Cell and the Elimination Chamber. You call that one on right on, brother. Salute to you, man. You always do in wrestling. Well, hey, man, if I was watching it like you, I would too. But I gave it up because unfortunately, the things I have to do right now besides boxing, they take up all of my life, and boxing and the internet takes up the rest of it, man. So good afternoon to you, brother. Yeah, Jocko, I did listen to Jocko over here, man. Paul Evans' brother, salute, man. You're down the line here, man. I'm gonna the Breckers. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop a link out there if any of you guys want to come in here, man. I'll put one. I'm gonna see if it goes on the clipboard. It says it's going to, but I've never had any success with that. I'll put this in here if anybody wants to come up and shoot the shit, man. I've been here for about an hour myself doing my thing and having a good time, man. We've been talking about some good shit, man. I don't even think we got into the Jaime Munguia fight yet. So if anybody wants to come on and talk about that with me, man. Thrill Hill, man. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you. I want to catch anybody that snuck in here late, man. I appreciate it so much. Scotty, bro, thank you for coming in, man. Thank you for coming in, man. I got somebody coming in here now, man. Before I end my thing, I got a good brother who hasn't been in here in a while, man. Salute my Connor Loco, man.
Hey, how you doing, Bruce Goes?
I'm doing great, Connor, man. Drew wasn't going on tonight, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what they gave us yesterday, the way I felt about it, and I got a little channel going on over here. I'm lucky enough to have a couple of people that come in and listen to me. So how you doing, my brother? I'm glad to have you over here, man.
Hey, man, I've been doing pretty good, man. Actually, man, shoot. But I wanted to backtrack on stuff you were saying, man. Like, I can't get one of those medical licenses, man, in Florida. Man, I know they got it, but you're stuck in a catch-22, man. You either get
wait a minute. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit so I can hear you a little better.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, man. Go ahead, Connor. Yeah, I can hear you fine now. Yeah. I got to keep the music going because I'm just, I like to bop around. And
yeah, I was saying, man, that, you can get your medical marijuana license here, but the catch-22 is, that you got if you have that, you can't get your concealed license.
I know that. Yep. You're not the only person who said that to me. I understand 100%. I don't know what that's like in Rhode Island because, bro, I'm not a gun guy, bro. I don't have a gun. I don't shoot guns, and I smoke the weed, and
I think it's backwards. I mean, like, why would that matter, man? I mean, it's there.
Well, what they're going to eventually do is they're going to do it like they do in Massachusetts, where it's wide open, and the stuff that they sell. I was saying, to get this shit, like the concentrates, the dabs, bro, back in the day, they didn't have, I don't know how old you are, Kano, but I go back in the 70s, bro, and the 80s, and they didn't have that shit back then. You had the weed, and that was it. If you wanted anything stronger, you had to move up.
Well, but the thing though, back then in the 70s, man, what they would call Reggie today is crazy because back then in the 70s, you smoke you a joint and be high all day. This stuff that they got now that they call loud, you'll smoke it, but then an hour later you're having to smoke some more. So it's a, I don't know, man. It was more pure back then to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot of different effects. I think the plant was it had more like now it's different strains where we got the sativa and the indica. I think back then it had like both of them in there. Like we had this like the Panama Red, and I used to get like Acapulco Gold back in the fucking mid-70s,
Mm-hmm.
and Colombian there was Reggie stuff, and then there was high grade stuff. But it didn't really have the names and the strains like it does now. But you paid a lot more for it, maybe almost double. But you knew you were getting, like you said, you smoke a joint in the morning and fucking come fucking 4 o'clock, you're still fucking buzzing.
Man, I mean, I don't know, man. I just remember back then, man, you smoke a joint, man, and you be high to the month of December. Like, damn, you know?
Not only you, but the 4 guys that you were hitting on it with too.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. I mean, what can you do? You
Well,
just got,
I thank God for it, because I'd be out of my fucking mind without it, man.
oh, they talking about, I heard somebody ask about the weed. I mean, you know what? It's funny, man, that they're asking about, where they grow the best weed at and stuff like that, man. You can go to a lot of different places, man. I'm gonna name you one that's probably odd to a lot of people, but they actually got better dirt to grow it in California, and that'd be Oregon. You get some shit from Oregon, you are getting some good quality shit. It's all in the soil.
Well, exactly, because do you remember? I go back in the day. If you got a good bottle of wine, you know where it came from? It came from France. But
Mm.
then the people who migrated here, they brought the grapes with them, and they found the California soil. And so now any of these wines that are grown in France, these guys that have only been here for a couple of generations, they can match it from California. And it's the same thing with the weed. Once they learned how to grow it from the Mexicans and the Colombians and the Thais, once the people brought the knowledge back to California, it just became out of control. And now that it's legal, they're doing it indoors under controlled conditions, where they can feed the soil, and they can and now they're doing the sensimilla shit, where they never did that when we were younger. That was like, we read about that in High Times.
Yeah.
How we used to get like Thai sticks back then. People I knew that came back from Vietnam,
Hey,
they
that
used
was
to
the
bring
coolest
those.
magazine ever, man. High Times, man. They don't know about that.
The buds that I just showed just then, bro. To see buds like this, we'd have to buy a High Times and look at the fucking centerfold, man. You know, if you want to. Well, this if you want to see something like that, you had to go into a High Times and look at a fucking in the High
Yeah,
Times. And we used to wait for that sucker every fucking month to come in, man.
yeah. Peru grows some phenomenal weed too. That's another slept on place, man.
Yeah.
Golly,
Well,
I've been all over the world, man. So shoot.
and that's a fucking thing too. It's a universal language, because anywhere you go, and they know you're a fucking head, and you're gonna hook up with somebody. You got to be careful. You got to use your fucking sense. But you know the right people, and they're fucking they know what you're about, and you got to make a connection to score weed with you some places you go.
Oh
You know what
man,
I'm saying, bro?
I've even been to Holland to the coffee shops, man. Go
Uh,
figure.
you ever had any space cake?
Nah. I'm a very particular guy, man. I always, smoke the regular stuff. And here, I started, when they started coming out with all these trains, I went to Purple Haze. And from Purple Haze, I'll do the Peruvian. I got a direct connect with the Peruvian stuff. So that's mainly what I like smoking, the Peruvian weed and the Purple Haze, man. I really don't go outside of my realm other than that. I just go what works with me.
Kano, I knew you were a smoker. I was on your show one day. I wasn't on your show. I was listening to it, and you were talking. It was an early show. It was early in the morning. You're talking to somebody, and you said to the guy, "Oh, I haven't even had a smoke yet." And All of a sudden, I said, "Boom! I know just where he's coming from." It, it, it
Yeah,
was
man.
around, it was around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You go, I haven't had a smoke yet, and I knew you weren't thinking clear. You went like your old self, and I'm like, bro, I know, I know just what my bro's saying over there. And ever since then, I kind of, you know, we always bump into each other all the time, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I was gonna tell you something, man. I'm just as bad as you, man, at not seeing names in the chat, man. I'm telling you, man. Like
Oh
I
damn!
don't do it on purpose.
Forgive me out there, man.
I don't do it on purpose, man. It's just that, man. Sometimes you get on a flow, you start talking, and then you might look, and then by the time you look, it done jump some, and it's like, ah, man. If I miss somebody, man, look, it wasn't personal, man.
Please don't take it personal because I know just what you're saying. Like Black Star out there, man. Shout out to you. Con, I already shouted you out, man. Timmy's in here, man. Timmy Nielsen, man. Shout out to you. Thanks for coming in. And exactly what my brother Kano's saying, because sometimes I feel the same way. I'm like, shit, what did I say to him? How come he didn't fucking shout me out? But I mean, sometimes we just don't see names out there because bro, like I said, my eyes are fucking going, bro. That's the only thing right here that's going. Nothing else, bro.
You know what's bad though? I'll go back and watch the replay of my lives.
Mm.
Just to see, how it came out and stuff. And when I look at the chat, I'm like, damn, I missed that person. Damn, I missed that person. And you know what makes it worse? They had a valid question or they made a great point or something. I'm like, God, I lost out on that. Like, so trust me, man. I'm old and blind too, so my apologies.
Man, but I do exactly the same thing because like I just switched the angles. We want to look at that, and we want to highlight the chats, and we start talking, and we start going into it, and then you look back at it again in a few hours, and it's like, oh damn, what a good question. And my old lady points it out to me, and I'm like, oh, so you got to be watching that chat more. And she's right. Hey man, I'm new at this, man. This is only about I don't know, maybe the 30th or so time. Lately, I've been going on a lot, just fucking practicing. But I'm on here. I've been on here for a while now, and I'm getting some good vibes. I'm getting good people, good questions. But I have to get better. So anybody out there, man, please don't take it personal. Nothing. I'm trying to catch everything. I see you all out there. I appreciate you coming in here. But Connor's 100% right. It's different when you're sitting over here than when you're sitting at home. Just looking at the chat and looking at the fucking beautiful faces up here. You know what I'm saying, bro?
If I have guests like pro boxers and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be more difficult for me to focus on the chat simply because I'm trying to make sure that I attend to my guests on the panel, and that makes it a little more difficult too, man. So it is hard. It is hard,
bro. I think my third show, I had Tim Witherspoon on here with me.
Wow, and it was hard to pay attention, wasn't it? To the
and I'm trying to look at the chat and trying to get questions. And Tim is as cool as the breeze, bro. I mean, what a fucking guy. I still stay in contact with him. And man, he made it so easy. And I had to actually shut it down. I had to say, we're going on 2.5 hours. And and I just didn't want to like bore him anymore. I didn't want to make him not want to come back. And he's like, oh no, I can stay here. And I could hear his daughter saying, Daddy, we got to go out to eat. And he's like, okay, well, give me a few over here, because he was digging it as much as I was. It was like kind of gave me a different feel. And since I've been doing this, I've talked to Ray Mercer last week, and James Toney, Buddy McGirt, and Jerry Cooney, and so many of them, and Michael Nunn, Vinny Pazienza. It's great, man. It's just and they love it because I can say, hey, like Vinny, you remember down at Rocky Point? And they'll go, fucking Rocky Point, you remember that? And I was like, shit, yeah, man. I was sitting in the third row, and and Ray Mercer, he was so cool too. Everybody says, can he talk? I'm like, can he talk, bro? He has no problem. He must have had a tougher time understanding me than me understanding him. And it's the same with Tony. I mean, these guys are they want to come on shows. They love talking, man, and especially people who've seen them and been there. Not just what was your best fight, and you have any advice for boxers, bro? We get to the fucking to the shit. You know what I'm saying, Kano?
Yeah, and I used to try to help folks out before, man. I don't do it no more, but they would come at me with like, I don't want no fighter from the past. I want people that are fighting now. I'm like, what? What? That just left a bad taste in my it just left a bad taste to me because I'm like, bro, this is where this is what opened the door for these guys. This is the problem here, man. Y'all want to forget about the fighters of the past, man. And I think that's dead wrong. They got a lot of great information to give out. They have a lot of great stories to give people, man. And it's cool because I talk to prospects too, and I'll talk to them all. I think they all have something to offer.
Mm. Now, Connor, you bring a lot of knowledge with these up and comers, people I've never heard of from your island. But I'll start to go back. I'll start to YouTube them. I'll box wreck them. And then when I see them on undercards, I'll say, hey, man, I saw him on Kano's show. These young kids, these 18, 19-year-old prospects, basically, But, that's just as important, man. But and I love being asked to be on a panel with the legends. And man, now that I'm starting to do a little more on my own for them to, come on over here with me, it's a good feeling, and they love it, and the I'm not gonna say fans, but we're all fans basically, but the people out in the chat, they're digging on it. I mean, they're like, shit, Tim Witherspoon, oh fuck. I mean, I saw people out there when I was on the Major Keys with James Toney. People just passing through, they're just going to come in for a thumbs up, and they see James Toney on the panel, and they're like, what the fuck? So, I mean, it's a cool thing. Derek Bailey, bro, salute to you, man. Thank you for coming in, man.
And Major Key's about an hour and a half from me.
Yeah, he brings some cool cats on there, and his buddy Troy. So yeah, man, it's boxing to me. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about anybody else, man. When it comes down to talking about real boxing to some legends, man, I'm there. I'm there, brother.
Uncle Phil, I swear to you, it's happened to me, man. And I was like, whoa. I said, okay, I'm not going, I'm gonna leave that alone then, just keep it moving. But as far as me bringing some of these prospects, Bruce goes, does that not make it more funner for you to watch that undercard versus?
Yes.
That's my point.
Yeah, because I can say, let's see if this guy was all talk or if he walks the walk. It kind of makes it interesting, bro. Because they never have exposure if not for you. Because man, I can't. I listen to you and L Dub start going back and forth, and man, I try to see if I can remember 1/10 of what you guys are when you're through talking, because you guys have, you have it over me with today's boxing. I keep up with it as best I can, but man, I just don't have the, I'm not as absorbent. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, man, but there's nothing wrong.
Well. See, but the old guys back in the day, back when I was younger, that stuff I can remember. Like, man, I can remember that more than better than I can remember my wife's birthday or my anniversary. I can tell you what round Tim Witherspoon knocked out fucking Frank Bruno in. And I can I can fucking just tell you shit that, like you're telling now, I could do back then. I could name every champion in boxing, WBA and WBC from probably from 77 to 85. Like as a matter of factly, the top 10 for every division. Like you guys talk today.
It's funny that you mentioned, the past, man, because, everybody always asks me who I thought the best Puerto Rican boxer was of all time. And a lot of people like to talk about the Trinidads and the Cottos, and I'm like, none of those. You know what I'm saying? I say Carlos Ortiz was, in my humble opinion. They're like, who was that? I'm like, see, you got to do your homework, man. And the reason I've always had him head and heels above the rest of them, and you could probably appreciate this, Bruce goes, they didn't have a billion belts back then when he was fighting. You had to actually go through the gauntlet to get a title. There was no ducking, no dodging. Where were you going to duck to? You had to climb that ladder through the gauntlet. And, he did a lot of great things for the island, man. I think it was probably about 60 some odd years. I don't remember the exact amount of years, but it was something 60 plus years since we had a champion when he brought a belt back to the island. And Man, look, Carlos Ortiz to me was the best Puerto Rican boxer, man. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or know him, but
I think that was the first WBA lightweight champ, wasn't it?
yes, yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, anybody that knows the glorious history of boxing, bro. That's the belt that Roberto Duran touched, and I mean, all the way up Pernell Whitaker, and
Yeah.
you know,
See,
all, and
John,
right now, dude, right now that's the belt that Tank Davis wears.
yeah. See, John McSmith, I respect his opinion. He got Wilfredo Gomez, and that's cool. But I just want to know if he's done his homework on Carlos Ortiz.
Well, I mean, you can't argue with anybody's favorite boxer from Puerto Rico because, man, I love Benitez. I saw Benitez so many times. And right now, man, oh, bro, I saw a quick news flash, a quick film of what he is today. I couldn't even. It was maybe only a 10-second clip. I can only look at it for 2 seconds. You will hear Wilfred Benitez's death. Probably longer than this thing stays on YouTube.
John McSmith, I wasn't arguing with you, man. You're entitled to that, and I'll tell you like I tell everybody, if you have any of these fighters in the top 5, that's great company. It's great company. You can flip them however you want, and that's fine. Yeah, I don't have no issue.
Yeah, it's all opinion, bro.
The only thing I was asking was has he heard of Carlos Ortiz, and has he ever did his homework on him? I was just curious to know how he compares them to Benitez. That's all it was. It wasn't an argument.
Nah. How can you argue fucking somebody's opinion on fighters, man? When I was lucky enough to see one of the fights that I remember so well, and there's so many of them for great Puerto Rican fighters, but one that was so cool and just everything around it, the whole night, the dinner, was fucking Wilfredo Gomez and Salvador Sanchez, bro. Oh, the battle of the bands. They had the salsa band, the mariachi band, and it was everybody. I mean, even in a restaurant, when you're there, people are talking about. You could say to the waiter, hey, we're going to see Sanchez and Gomez. Oh, wow. I mean, everybody knew what was going on that night, and the fight lived up to its I mean, it was a surprise to me because I thought Wilfredo Gomez was going to knock Salvador Sanchez around the ring, vice versa.
Man, but that was an entertaining fight, though, from start to finish.
Oh yeah, oh bro, the whole, and I think it was 3 weeks later, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What a time to be a boxing fan. Who you would always remind me of that, man, the dude that sits up there over my shoulder right now. He's sitting over yours, man. Curtis Anderson, man. I never think about those 2 fights without thinking about him. He told me about him seeing it at the same theater, the same seat with his dad, Calvin, man. They went to the Gomez and Sanchez fight. His dad said, we're going to be here in 3 more weeks for Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns. And Curtis was only a kid, man. I don't know how old he was exactly. It'd be easy to figure out, but he wasn't even a teenager. And he was like, it was like Christmas, It's like Christmas, and tomorrow's going to be Christmas again, son. And it's like shit. And it always makes me smile whenever I think of that. We're talking about great Puerto Rican fighters, and of course we're going to add Wilfredo Gomez there, and Benitez. Oh, there was so many of them, and even Edwin Rosario, bro.
Yeah, this was another one that was underrated, but like I said, man, if you're in that top 10 list, man, what better company to be in? I mean, however you have it, or whatever order you have it, man. Look, if I was a boxer from the past and I'm on that top 10 list, well, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm like, wow, I'm in the list of elite fighters from the island. So there's not a right or wrong answer is what I missed.
No. And Kano, how old were you with the rivalry of Wilfredo Gomez and with Edwin Rosario and Macho Camacho?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm 52 now. I don't know what that makes me back then. True.
But you remember that rivalry when it went on, bro?
Yeah, I remember it. I just don't remember how old I was because I'm 52 now, so I don't know what year that. I can't remember the year.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got about 16 years on you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I was old. I was already basically cruising by that time. I had sold my wild oats and everything, as they say. I got somebody in the background, Sheriff Galveston. Hey, Galveston. Anybody know who he is, man? I hope he doesn't come in and show dick pictures.
Make him turn his camera on before you bring him in. If you
Yeah,
don't,
sure. Show your face, handsome. Let's see it. Let's. I see the hands. I don't see any face.
I just
Back
be,
it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit, bro.
I be careful.
Nah, we don't see who you is, bro. You got to show a pic, bro. I never seen you in here, Mr. Shelton. Who is that? You're over the internet more than I am, for Christ's sakes.
I ain't never heard of him. I ain't gonna lie. I've never heard of him.
Me either. So, anyways, Cano, that Gomez and that Camacho fight. I mean, I'm sorry. I keep saying Gomez when I'm talking Edwin Rosario. That was an awesome fight, man. That was like the HBO, and it wasn't no pay-per-view. That was just a regular HBO Friday or Saturday night. I believe it was a Friday night, but man, what at Madison Square Garden, and what a fight that was, man. Oh, and who were the true Puerto Ricans? They were Rosario fans, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah, they were. They really were. I mean, that's
Because
just the way it was, But I mean, Camacho was accepted. It's just that when you had Camacho facing another Puerto Rican, you already know they're gonna back the one that actually lives in the island. That's just you know. That's
but
just
Camacho was a great fighter, though. I mean, did you dig Camacho?
Man, look, I knew him personally. That's the sad thing. So, huh, it is what it is. I liked him a lot. The problem I had with him, man, and the cruiserweight that I know that's a good friend of mine too, Francisco Palacio. All three of us, would hang out and stuff like that. Francisco Palacio was actually cruiserweight, man. And he actually wore his trunks like Camacho's, because we were friends. But the thing with Camacho was, dang, I hate to really speak on it because he's deceased and stuff, but he could have been a better fighter if he would have left the streets alone. That's what I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. But the thing is, I don't know how better a fighter. I don't know how better a fighter he could have been. And when he was in his prime, like at 130, oh, when he fought Rafael Bazooka Lamone.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, he would go to them fights. Jesus, bro. Like, oh man, I don't know how else to explain it because if he was alive, it'd be one thing, but he's deceased, and I really don't want to speak on it. But he wasn't. He'd go into this fights, man. Like I don't think anybody else would have walked into the ring. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Well, Camacho was a special character, but
Yeah, yeah.
man, he was like, dude, nobody was like Camacho. I heard Teddy Atlas talk of stories, him and in the 54th Street gym or 52nd Street gym. Whatever, I'm sorry, the name of it right now doesn't get in my head. But anyway, man, I just heard that he went with an entourage. He was just crazy, whacked out, whatever it may be. But you can't deny in the ring, he was a special fighter. He was a darling of CBS Sports. I mean, I remember they had every Camacho. They showed him up in Alaska and he used to be outlandish. The costumes that he wore.
Yeah.
Oh. He fought Vinny Pazienza. He threw a fucking Tampax at Vinny Paz at the press conference.
Yeah.
He was like so entertaining, and we all knew it was. We all knew that he had demons. I mean, shit. Anybody who grew up and knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But you just can't deny. And when Edwin Rosario nailed him with that left hook, and he just became the different fighter. He was out on his feet, and he just stopped becoming the in and out, the guy who would take chances.
Mm-hmm.
He just became totally. I'm not. I hate to say boring, but he slowed down a gear. and that
Yeah,
was a
it made him change his game plan from then on, man. He started becoming more of a boxer.
yeah. But
Man,
but
his
but
resume is definitely an elite resume. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it, man. No, I'm
oh
not.
yeah,
You know,
great fighters from Puerto Rico.
but I just know he could have been better. I get what you're saying. You don't know how much better, but when you go into the ring well rested without anything going on the night before, I think you will perform better, than the way he was going in, like coming home at 4, 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, you know
You know
it's
what I mean?
uh,
And that's what I mean by that. That doesn't even matter what he was doing till that time. He wasn't even in bed. So
well,
that
they say the same thing about Wilfred Benitez. You know, they say that his father pulled him out of a crack house before he won his first championship at 17. So,
yeah, but the difference is, man, he didn't continue. He,
well, you look
oh,
at him now, and I don't know what he did after he left boxing.
yeah, but
So I just can't cast judgment. I trust what you're saying, and I understand, man. It's a privilege to hear that, and it's only between me, you, and 60,
yeah.
60 million people out there. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I like John Molina a lot too. Good friend of mine too, though. I like John Molina. Not the Molina that's fighting now, the one from our time. He did a lot of great things too, man. He fought De La Hoya, and
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
Boxing's rich, man. It's rich with so much history, and that's a beautiful thing that I have right now, man. You know, people kind of respect what I know about the fighters, and they know that I'm not gonna fucking hit him with a crazy question and embarrass him on the spot because it's all live stuff. I never do anything on that's taped or anything like that. It's all off the cuff.
right, right.
I very seldom write things down. That's why I forget a lot of names in mid conversation sometimes. But I like to give these fighters. I feel blessed that they'll come and talk to me for one thing, but I like to give them, give them the exposure that they deserve. Crack a few fucking, memory cells in people's minds, and go out and look at some, find out where that WBC belt came from. Before your boy put it around his waist. You know, who was the holder before. A lot of history there, and real interesting history. But for sure, if you're a boxing fan, I mean, it's right out there, man. Real easy to grasp, and you do it with your weed, like we were talking about for the last fucking half hour or so on the panel here, man. Me and Kano, we're weed smokers. It's legal where he's from. I'm a card carrying patient. It's legal where I'm from. We'd be smoking it whether it is or whether it wasn't. Hey, Major Key, man, Jeff Lacerda, salute for coming in here, man. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I'm sure I did because I saw Haplo come in here. Major Keys, another one of the great ones. He's one of the guys who's brought me up with some of these boxing legends. I don't know where they come from. I'm on his show. Sometimes he's got one after another. I'm like, who's coming next? Which Evander Holyfield coming up here next? But
Yeah.
man, I appreciate that, and shout out to him. And I was going to get ready to wind it down, Major Key. If you want to come up here and say a few words, bro. Me and Connor are up here just shooting the shit. We're talking about weed. We're talking about the fights we saw on Saturday night. We're talking about anything, man. Anything good for boxing, man. Because that's what we do. And it's Sunday night, and I didn't see anything happening. I'm sure when I go off, it's probably 100 toes I stepped on. So forgive me out there, content creators, man. But the internet is the internet, man. Kano, I'm
Yo,
gonna end it. I'm gonna end it up here, brother. You want to say anything, man? Make sure you guys go sub to my brother Kano's, man. I'm sub there, and I'm a member of his channel. So Kano, close it with your remarks, if you will, my brother.
hey, man, I just appreciate, man, you allowing me to get on your platform, man. It was great. I had fun. It's been a while since we've been on a panel together, man. So it felt good to be able to share with the subscribers and the viewers that were in here today. Major Key, hour and a half away, and I still have not taken the time to link up with him. I will eventually link up with him. It's just the schedules have been busy, man. And just one last little nugget. Even though I grew up in Puerto Rico, the funny thing is, man, like my favorite fighters were like Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, Riddick Bowe. I know that sounds crazy, man, but that's all I got, man.
Hey, much love, Kano. Thank you for coming in here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Peace. Hey guys, man, you heard it from my brother Connor Loco up here, man. This Blues goes, man. He's sitting up here. He just wanted to tell you about what he saw last night on the boxing scene. You know, listen to a few tunes. I know I'm going to get striked for copywritten music, but hey, man, I'm not out here to fucking keep plastering these things up forever to be seen. I'll take it down when we're over. I appreciate every one of you guys coming in here, man. You know, we talked about the fine herbal self medication that I do. You know, my doctor gives it to me, but I teach him more than he teaches me about it. And you know, Jed Kiley, man, better late than never, my brother. Thank you for coming in, man. You know, we were just like I'm going back to the beginning here, bro. Once again, man, you see the TOKER 2 looking at you over there. You see the TOKER 2 looking at you over here, bro. Ending it off with listening to some Miles live as I speak over here. Looking for my lighter so I can do another toke. I just found it. We're getting ready to shut it down here. Just gracious for everybody who stopped in. Been smoking since the beginning here, man. Smoking at the end. Enjoying some purple haze here. Somebody mentioned that. I think my brother Mr. Shelterwater mentioned that earlier in the chat. It's got nice perfumey, nice flavor to it. While I dig on Miles in the background over here. Miles is playing in 1988 in Copenhagen. It's funny, man. We were just talking about Amsterdam and hanging around. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off the air. I appreciate everybody who stopped in here. You know I do, man. I couldn't tell you anymore. It's from the bottom of my heart, man. I had shit. I looked up there. I had almost 30 people in here, I think, because I'm trying to watch that because it blows my mind how guys will come on a prime time, because this is serious time over here, man. This is I hate to step on anybody's toes. And it's the internet. It's like cable TV back when I first got it, man. I can sit here for hours with that clicker, man. 99 channels. I go to MTV, and I'd go to the History Channel. I go to ESPN, and I'd go to HBO, and I'd go to fucking Cinemax and the Sci-Fi Channel, the Disney Channel, back to MTV, VH1, the Country Music Channel, whatever the fuck it was. I'd go to fucking everything out there. The Portuguese Channel even had that on here. You couldn't get rid of it. You know, it came with your package. But it is what it is, man. And over here, Bruce goes boxing, jazz, and more. He's just one more of those millions of channels out here on YouTube, and you know, nothing but gratitude. And you know, you cats stop in here, spend a little of your time with me. You know, I just told you about what I felt about the fights last night. That was what I really wanted to talk about mostly. And then we talked about the weed. I always talk about the weed. I don't know why, man. I guess it's because it makes this old man happy. It brings back some experiences. I could go on a weed rant for a long time. I could tell you some stories that would you'd say nah, bro. I've never told a lie on the internet. It just make no sense. It'd be easily traced and whatever. But why bother, man? You know, and everything that I do share that I may have say that would incriminate me is way over 7 years, man. So it's, you know, it's already past the statute of limitations. So whatever it is, I'm a card carrying marijuana patient right now in the state of Rhode Island. Maybe a senile old man talking about his old memories of boxing, a little bit of jazz thrown in there, man. Some days of professional wrestling, which I loved, and I saw some cats talking about it today, man. I fit a little bit of that into yesterday, but that was a big part of a long time ago, man. And health and nutrition, man. That's something I didn't stress on that today, but man, you know, on Friday night I was with my brother Big Duke over at the Fourth Quarter Talk, man. You know, we talked to his friend, the man, you know, I forgot his last name, but we call him Big James, Big J. and he's 730 pounds, man, and he's going to be doing some a life-saving surgery coming up, and Duke's been training him just to picture having arms the size, huge arms. When you lift them up, it's an exercise, just arm raises and leg raises, things like that. Duke's getting him the circulation, getting him healthy for the operation, and James was on. He was a pit master. Where they had the competitions where they smoked pigs, and he did that, and he just got bigger and bigger. And we had to talk, and you'd have to watch the show, but check it out at my brother's fourth quarter talk, man. Big Duke, him and I, we talked a bit to Big James, and Big James, he didn't hold anything back, man. It might bring you to tears, some of the things that he said, but it was from the heart. And that's another thing I talk about. I stress it, man. Water. You know how I smoke my weed? I drink my water the same way. I only went through one today during here, and the first thing I do in the morning, I take gulps, 3 gulps. 3 gulps, the thing's going in a matter of an hour. And if you can put away 5 of those a day, bro, you're doing well, and that's gonna do good things for your skin. I mean, I'm an old man, and people say, hey, your skin looks pretty good. And hey, man, I see people who don't drink water, who drink alcohol and caffeine, and it dries you out internally. See, water will hydrate you internally. Not like putting a cream or moisturizer, or even staying out of the sun. I mean, it does it at a cellular level, nourishing organs, and water's key. Water's the only thing I drink. I drink a protein shake in the morning with yogurt in it, and that's my first drink, and that's water. After that, it's water. After that, no caffeine. I don't need it, man. And alcohol, I gave that up over 20 years ago. I stick with the weed, man. The weed is what I need, man. The weed and all my brothers and my sisters on YouTube over here. But anyway, man, I've been blabbing long enough. Even my closure is way too long, man. Nothing's guaranteed, man. Nothing's guaranteed. As healthy as I try to stay, it could be over tomorrow. I never go on YouTube. I just went on there today, and just I wanted to find some guy, some cat that I know from Tennessee that plays bass, plays with everybody, knows Willie Nelson. I mean, he goes to Dolly Parton's ranch. He's going to lay a track down for me so I don't get copywritten. I want him to lay down some heavy bass. This guy's, he's like listening to Jocko over here now, man. But anyway. Shout out to my brother Billy. He used to wash dishes in my restaurant, and then he became a man. He packed up and he went to California. He went to Nashville, and now he lives down there. He's got kids and plays his bass and plays with everybody. Studio musician, Billy Ferry, man. Shout out, my bro. So anyway, man, thank God for every day, because nothing is guaranteed, man. Friends that you have, old friends, golden. If they got cells, man, everybody's got cells. Send them a text, man. Just say, how the fuck you doing, man? I did that the other day, man. I did it at Christmas to a buddy of mine, my buddy Johnny D, who I traveled cross country once in my life with a bunch of my friends, 6 of us in the Chevy, bro, Chevy station wagon. We hit, I think, 43 states out of the 50 states in under a month, and including Mexico. Went down to Ensenada. Went to Texas, and shit everywhere, bro. All the states that you can name. But anyway, wherever I was going with this is, L-Dub, my bro. Salute to you, man. Thanks for coming in, man. Thank God for every day you're here. Nothing's guaranteed, man. Eat every sandwich like it's your last, man. God bless you all, man. Bruce goes. I'm out of here, man. Till the next time. Peace.